Today on Knife Banter, we're spending our lunch money on knives. Let's talk knives.
Hi, Mom.
How's it going, guys, and welcome to Knife Banter. Today we are doing a long-requested, long-anticipated Knife Banter, best knives under $20. We've done best knives under, what, 150, 250, 100?
We've done a few of them.
We've done a couple, and in the last handful of Knife Banters, we get in and read the comments, and we've seen a handful of people being like, oh, we can afford a $40 knife. And I don't know if I agree with that personally, but
Depends on what your priorities are.
Yeah, if you can't afford a $40 knife, we've got you covered. And it's not to say that these knives aren't necessarily good knives. What were you saying earlier? You have to make...
You got to make some sacrifices when you're getting into the $20 price range, but there are some gems that shine through.
There really are. There really are some gems in this price range. And the reality is I think most of us started here.
Yeah.
So also, if you're just looking for your first knife, a lot of great first knives on the table. So let's jump into the first one, which might be the best one on the table.
Potentially.
You got to watch through and let us know.
I've got a couple that I think are pretty good.
Yeah.
But, okay, first knife on the table. It's going to be the Kershaw Shuffle 2. There's the 1 and the 2, obviously. This one's pretty great. $20, 8CR 13 MOV blade. This is the Tanto version. Does the 2 come in the regular kind of bladed versions as well? I can't remember.
I think it does.
I know the 1 does. So if you don't want the Tanto version, check out the 1. That's pretty similar. Cool thing about the 2 is it's got this fantastic bottle opener system back here. It also has a reversible pocket clip, just a 2-way. But this thing, I mean, for 1995, it's got a great little action. It's not sticky as far as the lock bar is concerned. It's nice and easy to open. I really like this knife.
Yeah, and it's a great first knife. It's a great second knife, gift knife, loaner knife. That's kind of like all the knives on the table. And to be clear, I think there were something like 70 pages of knives on the website.
Yeah.
We went through 70 pages of knives and literally picked the best ones so that if there are any minefields in there of knives that maybe you want, maybe you don't, these ones for sure, we can vouch.
So this one's $19.95, as I said earlier. You can get the 1 for as low as, I think we have one on sale right now for $11.99. I'm just gonna say it, I think the Kershaw Shuffle 1 is probably the best knife you can get under $15.
Yeah, I think,
in my opinion.
I think it's probably true.
So Kershaw Shuffle 2, good one.
Great. All right, so the next one was actually a little bit of a surprise to me because, to be honest, I don't spend a lot of time with knives under $20 often. I got other knives that I spend more time with. So this is the K-Bar Folding Hunter knife. And this one, it's got a 420C blade, and you guys are gonna see there's not gonna be one single drop of premium steel on the table.
PremiumBeat.com.
It's $20.
It's $20. But what you will find is a lot of good steels that are at least serviceable and can be resharpened and that will hold an edge when you're using them. But yeah, just kind of a cool design, like just kind of a traditional bigger lockback design. Same as with the Kershaw Shuffle. Tip down only carry, and you're gonna see that also a lot with knives in this price range, which I'm not sure why. But
that's kind of a weird one for me too.
Yeah.
Not sure what's going on there.
Yeah, like they obviously drilled a hole here for the pivot. They drilled a hole here for the lanyard hole. If you got the drill press going, like why not just put the holes?
You want to know what's interesting about this one?
Yeah.
It's kind of got that like 110 vibe going on.
It does.
Right?
It does. Yeah.
But it's got a pocket clip.
Yeah.
So
exactly
110 with a pocket clip.
Not a bad deal.
Yeah.
Not a bad deal. And I think this is G10. So it is actually G10 on the handle, and honestly, it feels pretty good in hand. Another kind of cool thing about this knife, it's a lockback, not a liner lock. It's got some jimping along the spine there as well. So actually a surprisingly nice knife for $17.95. $17.95, you can get this sweet K-Bar Hunter.
It is beautiful. Hey, I don't see my next knife on the table here. I'm not.
Where is it at?
I don't know. Like, oh yeah, that's right. Oh, okay, yeah. Look what I found, guys.
Yes, in the wallet.
Wow.
So this is the Card Sharp, and here, let me show you how this opens. So it's got this little locking mechanism here. You turn it to open it up like so, and then this flips over like so, I think. There we go. And then the bottom folds over, and then this folds over like so. And you have a little knife that fits in your wallet. And it's very thin, very slicey, and it's $12.95.
Yeah.
I think this thing is pretty dope for $12.95.
It's super cool, and that was something that when we were looking through this, there's like the 12-year-old Zach in me that always wants just the weird, unique cheaper knives.
You were geeking out over some of these.
I was, and this was one that I was like, dude, this is awesome. But then it also turns out like it came with a really good edge. It's really slicey. It actually is a pretty good knife.
Honestly, I think this is a fairly useful knife. Like if you have it in your wallet usually goes with you everywhere, right? So if this is with you, you always have a knife.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, so it's a pretty cool one. I like that as a second. I would never carry that knife as a primary because boy, what a bugger. Might as well just use your teeth by the time you get to your knife.
But like if you need to open some letters or packages or whatever, it's always going to be in your wallet.
Exactly. Yep, exactly. And to clarify too, sometimes we get razzed a little bit about like, oh, this is a good knife, this is a good knife. I want to stress 70 pages of items.
Yeah.
So when we say good knife, remember, we're qualifying that under $20. Like there really are some pretty stellar knives for the price on the table. So the next one, this was actually kind of a fun one. We wanted to obviously throw in as many types of knives as we could for all the different guys out there that like different knives. So this is just a big old fixed blade.
Is that what it's called? Big old fixed blade?
Big old, it should be, but no, it's the Talon Master Hunter Bowie. And this is actually a stacked leather handle.
I noticed that. That was cool.
Which is pretty cool. So I'm 99% sure it's full tang. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, no, this is it's a pretty cool big old fixed blade. It's got a good look to it. The reason though that this ended up on the table was the sheath. This is like actual leather. Like the button doesn't feel like it's gonna fall apart or tear through the leather anytime soon. I was pretty surprised.
Yeah. You get it. You get the smell to it. Right?
Yeah, it actually smells.
You get it out of the package and it's like, that smells like leather.
Yeah. No, and definitely like the front end of the sheath, it's a little thin, of course, but pretty good little leather sheath. Now, one thing with this knife that I will say, really cool, really unique, but it did not come very sharp out of the box. And honestly, with some of these knives, guys, that's what you got to expect. You're gonna have to expect some of these knives when you get them. You're gonna have to tune them up, put a bit of an edge on them. Like that's just the case in this price range. But pretty cool, big old Bowie knife, and that goes for $15.95. So like, I don't know how you'd beat it. You know what I mean? Like
that's just a whole lot of fun for not a lot of money.
Whole lot of fun for not a lot of money.
All right. Well, you talked about knives not being sharp. I think this is the polar opposite.
Yes, I would agree.
Of that. So I have an Open L number 8. Open Ls are great. They range from like little itty bitty things. We did a 2-hour whittling video and we gave away this like Open L that was probably that big. And then they go all the way up to a number 13 or 14 or something like that, and it's probably...
It's like if Cold Steel made an Open L.
Yeah. It's fantastic. So you can get any size of Open L you want, and most of them are pretty much the same. They're just kind of this friction folder thing, and they have a lock on the collar here, so you just twist to lock it. The blades are super thin and slicey, and you get some wood handle. Depending on which model you get, there are different wood handles. I mean, you can get them in a stainless or carbon steel variety as well. These are great for the money that you pay for them. This one in particular, $14.95.
$14.95, and it's a classic in the knife world too.
Yeah.
Like Opinel, they've stuck around for so long for a reason.
People love to put patinas on these and customize them. They'll reshape the handles, that type of thing.
Yep.
So they kind of have a cult following in the knife world. You can get these in like 12 packs.
Yeah, exactly. And I hear they're good for making sushi.
Yeah. You might see this pop up later.
If you don't know what we're talking about, wait for the field test. All right, so the next one was one of the ones that spoke to Zach's 12-year-old heart, but actually pretty decent little knife as well. This is the Boker Magnum Outdoor Cuisine 3. Some of these knives don't even have names, but this one does, and it's a long one.
Yeah.
So you get a 440 stainless blade, wood handle. I'm not sure what type of wood it is. Rosewood. So a rosewood handle. And, honestly, it's just kind of a fun, big, constructed knife. I think it's legitimately they're intending it for it to be used, like, around camp.
Yeah.
It's really thin, really slicey.
That's what I noticed about it.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a perfect camp cooking knife.
Yeah, it really would be. And it's got a liner lock to it. It's got really good lockup, but not, like, crazy, too far lockup or anything like that. So really nice lockup. And, you could throw that in the camp kit. Or, a lot of guys, I like a good pocket cleaver. Like, this could be a really unique type of pocket cleaver to carry around.
In-pocket cleaver?
Yeah, an in-pocket huge cleaver. But yeah, and that thing goes for $18.95 on the website. So again, just kind of a fun knife. It's got a unique look to it, but also pretty dang useful.
Right. Okay, getting into some smaller knives. I think I have the smallest. Do I have the smallest knife on the table?
Well,
I think so.
Well, here's the beauty is under $20, you can even get a Spyderco.
I know, right? So I have here an under $20 Spyderco. Actually,
You heard it here first.
Actually, it's well under $20.
Yeah.
It's $15.40.
Ooh, way under $20.
This, I think, is probably the smallest Spyderco that they make.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
This is the Spyderco Bug. It's just a tiny little knife. It's just a folder. Not a lot to say about it. It's I don't know. It's kind of it's a little bit slicey because you got that thinner blade.
Yeah.
I know an old photographer friend that we used to have really liked the tiny little the Spyderco Bug models. They actually made earrings that were pretty similar to these, and she would wear those around.
Cool.
So Spyderco Bug, $15.40. You can get a Spyderco for under $20.
Not much to say. It's the only Spyderco that you're going to get under 20. And then kind of jumping into little knives. We got a bunch of little knives on the table, but we have 2 Victorinoxes. So, of course, the classic in general, but we had to bring out the illustrious Mermaid Classic, of course.
It's beautiful.
So the Mermaid Classic, this is a Blade HQ exclusive, and it goes for $19.95. I believe 9 tools? Yes, maybe? Uh-oh, I can't remember, guys.
It's got some tools.
It's got some tools on it. So lots of fun tools on this one. Scissors, blade, that type of thing. Tweezers and a toothpick, which I really love the toothpick on my compact as well. So yeah, you can get a classic for $19.95 in a Blade HQ exclusive or just a normal. But you can also get the Victorinox Rally, which is about the same size as the classic, but it doesn't have scissors. So you get the file with the standard head, you get the pen knife, you get the toothpick and the tweezers, and then you get the one thing that the most perfect Victorinox ever is missing, the compact. Ooh, you get a Phillips head screwdriver. Yeah, and I mean, bottle opener, wire stripper, that type of thing. But so this bad boy right here, 8 tools on this little knife. Yeah. Just pretty awesome. And honestly, if I'm gonna have a screwdriver, I want a Phillips head screwdriver. More than any other head, I want a Phillips. So I actually thought this was pretty neat, throw on the keychains.
Yeah, I really like the tweezers to pick fish out of open nose.
Yeah. Almost there. And I think I said you can get that for $12.95. Now, Jamie, you got 3 other kind of small knives right there. Let's look at all of these.
This is the Buck Alumni. Aluminum handle, small knife. I think a notable thing about this is it's 420 steel. So Buck and their 420 steel usually pretty good there. So this is $18.95, just a solid little folder.
Yeah, made in the USA. Cool little folder. I picked one of those up at SHOT Show a few years ago, and it's been a nice little coin pocket knife.
Yeah, it's super thin.
Yeah, exactly. And then in this price range under $20, if you're looking for a traditional, Schrade has a ton of Imperial knives. And this one in particular is the Imperial canoe. It's a canoe pattern, cracked ice, right?
Yeah, cracked ice.
Yeah,
celluloid handles.
We decided before we started shooting, we decided that cracked ice was going to be my SoundCloud rapper name. So look for the new album to hit. But no, you can get tons of different patterns of traditional knives from Schrade in the sub $20 category.
And then last but not least, in the small knife category, we have this Gerber Keynote. A note, this looks like a flipper. I think this is more just to present the blade, right?
Yes.
And then it has a little nail nick here that you would open up. I guess that's a Tanto.
Yeah,
it's almost a chisel tip type
definitely,
thing.
Definitely.
Here, let's hold it this way. This is kind of an interesting thing. It's got a keychain built into it, so I mean, essentially, you would consider this a keychain knife. So, put your keys on this, fairly sturdy-looking keychain. You have a little bit of a blade here if you want to do scraping. This would be perfect for that type of thing, or if you need to use that edge for opening packages or boxes or anything like that. And then it's just got a little liner lock to close it.
Yeah.
Back up.
And then to kind of show off that tab, it's this tab right here that you can see, and it is a little deceiving. It is not intended to be a flipper. So if you buy one of these, don't expect to flip this thing open. It really is, if you can't get the nail nick, it's to present the blade, and then once you've presented the blade, you can open it. So
it's a blade presentation tool.
Exactly. Cool little knife. So anyways, as you guys know, we love to take the knives on the table and go out and test them. Last time we spun the wheel of indecision, it was clean a fish. So we decided to make sushi. So let's check it out. All right, guys, last time we were at the table, we spun the wheel and we were going to clean a fish. So we didn't have time to go actually fishing.
No. No, we did not. But we did get a fish.
We found a fish just on the side of the road. We just found one. Yeah. And Jamie, what under $20 knife did you choose to clean this bad boy?
I chose the Opinel number 8 in carbon steel because it is so slicey.
So slicey. So since we didn't actually get to go fishing and do the whole process, I'm actually an expert at, very advanced at making sushi. I don't want to say expert, never say expert. I'm very advanced at making sushi. So Jamie's gonna get this bad boy ready, and then if you watch along, you probably will be able to make sushi from home as well. Let's do this thing.
All right, Zach, I'm all done.
Dude, that's pretty good.
I feel like it's serviceable.
Yeah.
Not the best, but serviceable.
And how did the Opinel do?
Fantastic.
Nice.
It's so slicey.
So slicey. Perfect. All right, man. We'll sit back and get ready for a master class on how to make sushi.
I'm ready. I'm out.
All right, I'm going to clean this up a bit, and then I've got some rice that I've pre-prepared. I've got a tatami mat, and let's do this thing. Jamie, I got that sushi ready.
I'm so excited.
It's gonna be good, man. You ready for this?
Yes.
All right. Not bad, right?
Very impressive.
Not bad, right?
Very impressive. You know, I didn't know you were so good at making sushi. That was pretty good.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. You know, for me, cooking is more of an art than a science.
Yeah.
You know, a little magical. So, yeah, hopefully you guys learned something along the way. And let's check out Sales and Grails. All right, guys, welcome to Sales and Grails. We have got George on, and he is going to show us a sale and a grail. How's it going, George?
It's going pretty good. How are y'all doing?
Oh, dude, just great.
Just great. Awesome.
Wonderful. Okay, what do you got for us today?
Today, let's see which pocket I put it in. This isn't much of a sale, but it is super awesome. This is the Arcform Slimfoot Auto.
The new Slimfoot Auto. This thing is sweet.
Yeah, this one's in that Foxy Desert Warrior pattern.
Yeah,
And honestly, I didn't much care for it, but in this pattern, I dig it.
Do you? Nice.
Gotta have it.
Jamie, you've been carrying this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like Desert Warrior pattern though.
Yeah, the Desert Warrior pattern is real hot, and I actually had the chance to carry the one Jamie's carrying. That Slimfoot Auto is sweet, made by ProTech. So great little knife.
Super smooth.
And what do we got for? I'm guessing Grail.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
whoa!
So, Uncle Shaky and I have a healthy rivalry going on. He brought on something, and I'm just like, I just
Had to one up him.
had to one-up him.
Okay, dude, this is it's like wrapped up behind here too, guys. Oh, white. He's got the white gloves even.
Yeah, latex just won't do it. It's gotta be white for this guy.
I'm excited.
I don't know what's in here,
I'm-
but
I am literally
the anticipation is killing me.
Like so excited.
What is it? Oh,
It's appropriate, is what it is.
It is
It's
appropriate.
appropriate.
This thing's amazing.
That is. I mean, you're not wrong. That is the Grail.
This is the.
there's no way to top that. So I
Yeah,
think you've won.
Actually,
I think you've won.
And like, there really is no way to top that.
Nice. Well, George, you definitely didn't disappoint. Uncle Shaky, I'm sure, is at home crying right now, seeing the Grail that George brought for us.
They'll beat me up tomorrow at work, though.
Well, thanks for coming on, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah. And we actually need to see what's in your pocket. We didn't even check your pockets. I almost forgot.
Is this gonna be a?
What do you got? What do you got?
I'm carrying my trusty AD10
Ooh, let's-
and my Phoenix PD36R.
What?
that's a big flashlight.
Guys, let me know in the comments. Do you carry an EDC flashlight this big? This is huge.
Yeah.
That's
Duluth
awesome.
pants. They got a nice loop for it.
I do love me some good Duluth pants, bro. You're doing it right. All right. Well, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Yep,
We'll see ya.
Take it easy. All right, welcome back to the table, and we wanted to try to get as many knife types in here as we could. No OTFs under $20, but you can get couple of balisongs.
Ooh.
So Boker has some balisongs that. Oh wait, we were gonna do a thing.
Ready?
You ready? 1, 2, 3. So
Nailed
Boker
it.
has a couple balisongs that go for $19.95 on the website. This one's a bottle opener, obviously. This one is a spoon that has like a butter knife or something on the side of it.
It's got a
Some sort of texture.
serrated edge, but it's not sharp.
Not sharp.
So-
so they have these, and I think there's also a fork. So if you have a balisong trainer, a fork, and a spoon,
A full kitchen set.
full kitchen set with balisong knives, and a bottle opener for,
That's perfect.
Yeah, pretty sweet. So $19.95 for those. And here's the thing, I always say it, I'm not an expert flipper by any means. Those actually are pretty smooth.
They work.
Like they don't feel bad. You
They
know what
work.
I mean? The spoon does get caught up a little bit. You probably have to, figure out the balance.
probably
on the
break
spoon.
it in, though.
Yeah, you break it in, but that bottle opener flips really nice. So $19.95 for a couple of Valley trainers from Boker.
For a flipping spoon. Okay, next up we got CRKT Minimalist.
This was actually the knife that surprised me the most. I didn't know there was any minimalists under $20.
This one is $17.95.
Yeah.
Minimalist. There's a lot of different varieties you can get. This is the Tanto, and I guess I would call it a recurve Tanto personally. I think on the website we just call it a Tanto.
You know
But
the rule. Recurve,
Modified.
Tonto, modified.
Just put modified in front of it. I can call it whatever I want. Very popular little neck knife. This has a cult following, along with a couple other knives on the table. But a lot of people really like this thing. It's a great little knife. And if I do this and this,
Will fit. Pat.
Nope, I'm gonna do it. Fits perfect.
Yeah.
And $17.95. Can't really go wrong with that.
Yeah, I was honestly surprised.
gotta
Now,
give that.
I have been crushing on the new cleaver blade that they have out. Not below $20, but it's just above $20. But yeah, no, it was cool to see a minimalist. And that's actual real canvas micarta, which is super cool.
And it's got this great, I don't know, it's something about these finger grooves. They're so like deep and nice, and they work.
Honestly,
And it's got
normally I
the-
don't like a finger groove, but on the minimalist it works. Cool, so jumping into another fixed blade for under $20, we have the Cold Steel Thin Bear. Now, some of the blade might look a little dirty. Some of the vegetables you guys saw in my expert preparation of the sushi, I use this to do that with. It has a 4116 steel blade. I'm not sure what the handle is. It's just some sort of a polymer handle, and I mean, great little knife. Kind of a puko style, kind of a more of a traditional Norwegian style knife, and it goes for $12.95. So, and you get, kind of a Mora. We do have a Mora on the table. We kind of get a Mora plastic sheath with it.
Yeah.
And then, just a good little bushcrafter.
And there are some other knives in this series that are above $20, but they're also worth checking out.
Yeah, there's like
in
the Finn Wolf
series.
Yeah, the Finn is a whole series with cold steel. So if this piques your interest and you want something maybe a little bit nicer, check out the Finn series.
Yeah, they're cool. Next up, this is the K-Bar Hunter. Now this, I think, might be one of my favorites on the table. It's got an Oz 8A blade, reversible pocket clip. It's just a two-way, but it is tip-up carry. It also has a reversible thumb stud that you can unscrew and flip out of there.
So it's fully ambi.
Yeah,
Cool.
So it's cool that way. It's got a nice hollow grind, so it's nice and slicey. And the back is actually like nice and easy to actuate, and it's got a nice action.
Yeah, honestly a really nice action, and it's light because of those polymer scales.
Yeah.
And you'll find knives in that sub $20 range that look a lot like this.
Yeah.
They will deceive you until you handle them. So we had the advantage of actually being able to handle a bunch of these, and then we're like, nope, we're not gonna show that one.
Yeah, and the ergos on this knife I enjoy them. Obviously, ergonomics are a very subjective thing, but it's kind of got this, it doesn't really tell you where to put your fingers. It's got this nice sweeping area for your fingers, and it fits nice.
Yeah. No, and that was, along with the minimalist, and that K-bar that I started with, this was one of the big surprises on the table to me. I was like, wow, this is actually a really nice knife.
So for $19.95, I think this one would be hard to beat, personally.
No, I agree. So kind of a fun one on the table. This is the Kershaw Pub. So this is a friction folder. It's actually a Sinkovich design too, which is pretty cool. So it opens up like this, and just kind of, it's a friction, so you just hold it like that to keep it locked up. It has a little bottle opener on this side, and then when you close it, it actually kind of has this carabiner, so you could close it so that it carabiners onto something that you were looking for.
I think that's my favorite feature of
Yeah.
this knife.
And then it also has this kind of neat detent in the back. So even though it is a friction folder, when you, let's see if I can open it and show you guys at the same time. So when you open it, yeah, there we go. Okay, I can do it. So you can see here, you should be able to see a little bit of a shadow right in this region right here. So when I open it, you'll see that will pop out. And that's kind of a detent that it has. And then when it gets all the way to open, it closes again. So it doesn't lock, but as a friction folder, it does kind of have this little detent that's actually really nice.
Yeah.
So cool little knife to have, nice little second knife to put on a backpack or put in your pocket or whatever. And that goes for $16.95. And it's 8CR. So under $20, 8CR is a great blade steel for under $20.
8CR is kind of going to be your bar, I guess,
Yeah.
for the $20 knives.
Yeah.
But yeah, perfect. Next up. Schrade has a thing about not naming some of their knives. So
Especially their inexpensive knives.
this is the Schrade Mini Drop Point Frame Lock Knife, which is essentially exactly what it is.
But we decided we were going to help Schrade out. And what did we come up with for this knife?
This is now called the Schrade Helga.
This is the Schrade Helga, guys,
Yes.
just so everybody knows.
Gotta love it. This actually has a 9CR blade, so
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Okay.
But yeah, so you got kind of a frame locked type knife here. You got just a one-way pocket clip, would be tip down, sorry.
Tip down, yep.
And then an ambidextrous thumb stud. Other than that, that's about it for this knife. Yeah. But for $12.95,
It's a clean little folder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the Helga is just a really great Schrade knife.
yeah. Go and pick yourself up a Helga.
Yeah, get yourself a Helga. I think that is the only frame lock on the table, though. Yeah, I think so.
You might be onto something.
Yeah. So you can get yourself a frame lock knife for how much?
$12.95.
$12.95. That's pretty dang impressive. Yeah. Pretty dang impressive. We always talk about the PLR being so impressive, being a frame lock at whatever, sub 30 or whatever. But there you go, sub 20 frame lock knife from Schrade.
There you go.
The Schrade Helga.
Schrade Helga.
Don't search for that on the website; you'll never find it.
Or otherwise known as the Schrade Mini Drop Point Frame Lock Knife.
Link in the description. All right, so tied for least expensive knife on the table, and I think it was tied with that Schrade Imperial. Mm-hmm. This is the Mora Basic 511. This thing goes for $7.95.
That's bonkers for
Dude,
Mora.
Here's the thing. You guys hear us gush about Moras all the time. We don't include them in every single fixed blade piece we do because we try not to bring you guys the same thing over and over again. But when we're talking incredible knives under $20, you can't beat it.
Yeah, Moras, you can beat the crap out of them. They still work. And for what, what'd you say, $7.95?
$7.95. Yeah, $7.95. You could drop this one in the campfire and go buy another one. It won't
this
even
may
matter.
be the most no-brainer knife there is.
Exactly. On the table, this is the knife that whether you buy Sabenzas or whether you buy Helgas, this knife, everybody should have one.
For a sandwich, for a cheap sandwich,
Yeah, exactly.
you could get a Mora.
Exactly.
All
That's
right.
better than Wendy's 5 for 5 right there.
I'd rather have a Mora personally.
I would too.
Last up, Zach. I think I have the best looking knife on the table, personally.
This one is really pretty.
Just look at this thing. So this is the Gerber Pocket Square. I'm going to show it to you without opening it for a second. But look at the profile of this thing. It's just beautiful. It takes a little bit of getting used to opening it because you kind of get your thumb in the right spot for that thumb square.
Block? Thumb square.
Thumb square. There we go.
It's a
we'll
thumb
do a
square.
thumb square. It's got its kind of just standard textured polymer handles. Blade steel on this is 7CR17. But again, I think that pocket profile, look at this deep carry pocket clip, and you just have this rectangular profile. I think that's my favorite part about this knife.
Yeah.
And it's $19.99.
Yeah, and again, by beautiful, it's not like jewelry or anything but yeah, the lines are really nice. And the other thing that I think that is the only tip down carry or tip up carry on the table.
There was something else on here. What
Was there? I don't think so, dude. I think that's the only tip up carry on the table. Oh man, the K-bar tip up. Thank you, K-bar, because this is a really cool knife. All right.
It's actually kind of funny because like some of our favorite knives on the table have the tip up.
Yeah, which is just by happenstance.
Yeah.
We didn't choose that because
We didn't plan that.
because of that. And deep carry pocket clip.
Yes, I think that's the other kind of selling feature about this knife is it has this deep carry pocket clip and it's just smooth going in and out of pocket and yeah, I just like the design
Yeah,
of
it
this.
is. It's really good. Well, guys, I hope that you have learned something about sub $20 knives. all knives are awesome. Like when you know what you're looking for, you can find an awesome knife in any category. And so hopefully those who have been wanting to see knives that were more affordable, this is a good place to start for you. And that's the other thing that I love about the knife world is everybody's welcome. Like it doesn't matter if you have a Schrade Helga or a Sebenza in your pocket. I'm driving the Helga home. It doesn't matter what you have in your pocket. If you have something and you got a good, got a good attitude, like everybody gets along. So it's something that I really love. So it doesn't matter how expensive the knife is in your pocket, but you should have a pocket knife. As my grandpa Claude used to say, you got a pocket, don't you? So what's your favorite one on the table?
I think this K-Bar Hunter surprised me. I thought it was going to be the Shuffle, personally. But this, and I've seen this knife before a couple years at SHOT Show.
Yeah.
But yeah, this just surprised me just with the action, the ergos, the hologram blade, the blade steel. Oz 8A is decent for $20. I'll go with the K-Bar Hunter.
For sure. So the Shuffle is sweet. I would think the Shuffle might be the only one on the table that you can just confidently just flick open. The Shuffle is really sweet, but I had to go with you on surprise. I was actually really surprised by this K-Bar. They're both K-Bars. That's actually really funny. That wasn't planned. I just realized that. I really like this K-Bar Hunter. It just, like you said, it's got a little bit of the 110 feel to it. It has a pocket clip, real G10, and I think it was 420, 440, something like that. But either way, it's kind of a cool little knife for sub $20. And I think that if I was somebody who was operating kind of that sub $20 world, this would be something that would really speak to me.
Yeah. Well, you really like the 110. So.
I do. I love the 110. So that's
kind
I guess it's not a big surprise. Cool. Well, let us know down below what your guys' favorite sub $20 knife is, whether it's on the table or whether it's one that you have at home. And now let's check out the Collection Connection. All right, guys, welcome to the Collection Connection. This is your corner of knife banner. If you use hashtag BHQ Collection on Instagram, post your knife pictures, your knife adventures, your knife stories. We go through that hashtag and we pick some of our favorites. Today comes from Starbuck_15, and just a healthy little jackalope pocket dump here.
Yeah, so got the Calmigo, the jackal opener.
Yeah, the jackal opener.
Which I think is my favorite word to say.
It is a good one. It is a really good one. But did you see that the leather caddy also has a jackalope on it?
Yeah, I did see that as well.
And then some nice brass accents and a Victorinox. So Starbuck 15, you got good taste. You guys should go give them a follow. Seems like a cool page to follow. Some good pocket dumps on there. And as always, we are going to end Knife Banner with spinning the Wheel of Indecision to tell us what we're doing next time. And we've got Gian on to show us what he's got in his pocket and to spin the wheel. Hey, Gian, how's it going?
Hey, pretty good. How's it going, guys?
Good, man. All right, let's spin this thing. Baton. This could be either really boring or really interesting if we're doing OTFs.
Depending on the knife.
Yeah, we'll have to see what we're doing. So next time on Knife Banner, we're gonna take the knives on the table and go batoning. And Gian, since you're here, what's in your pocket?
All right, in my pocket is an 0609.
Yes.
Here, let me hold that for you.
And look at this. It used 0609
Yes, I used
too.
it.
Can I hold this for longer than
And the Hogue X5 Auto.
Nice. Woo!
That thing is a monster.
Awesome. And that's a Blade HQ exclusive.
Yes,
right?
it is.
Yeah.
Ready? Money shot.
Boom. Money shot. Now, sometimes I hear from guys like, oh, I don't know why you guys carry pocket knives. And Guillaume works in IT, so he does even more on the computer than anybody else. But you guys can see that ZT's got some good use.
Yes, it
Right
is.
on?
Yes.
Awesome. Thanks for coming on, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. And thank you guys for following along. Make sure to hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned because we have some exciting new stuff coming to the channel real soon. So stay tuned for that, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, Mom. Whoa, hold up. Before you leave, make sure you subscribe to Blade HQ over here. Also, go to bladehq.com, check out some great knives under $20. If you want more Knife Banner, click down here. Also, thanks to everybody who's contributed to BHQ Collection.